got junk in the trunk, she got baggage. Only hit it when I'm drunk, savage. I got an elephant trunk, baby. I'm with your bestie and she wanna fuck, she wanna bad bitch. Shorty got junk in the trunk, she got baggage.
Dog, I hate that I watched this. I wish I could be watching this with y'all. This is a crazy ass story, dog. This is an insane ass story, dog. So it's about some other 19-year-old kid, dog, that owns a farm in the middle of nowhere. And be surprised he ended up dead. Like, come on, dog. Come on. Oh, yeah, I think I saved something yesterday. I saw, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna save this for watch later. Because, it's along those lines. And it's like, actually, really, really, you know, uh, criminal. Like, some savage shit, dog. Like, some savage shit. Where's my watch later? Let me see. Is it this? This, dog.
A graphic video has shown Hamas fighters conducting a public execution of alleged Israeli collaborators.
Oh,
the footage here shows Hamas gunmen lining up 7 men in a public square.
In 2025, dog. Literally, like, I saw this as soon as I ended yesterday's stream. And this dropped, like, couple of minutes, a couple of hours. I was like, what? Like, in 2025, dog, this is what's happening around the world? She. Definitely, dog. I don't mind reacting to anything, Like I said, drop the link, I'll check it out, And yeah, man, appreciate any help you can provide type shit. Just don't be asking for my Discord. You know what I mean?
And shooting them from behind. Hamas confirmed the authenticity of the video. The group told Reuters they will not be tolerating any violations of order in Gaza. Palestinian security sources say dozens of people have been killed in clashes between Hamas fighters and rival tribal groups in recent days.
It depends on what level you want to go down to, but you've got Hamas and allied groups who are, if you like, of an Islamist stamp. You've also got non-Islamist hardline Palestinians who...
I ain't political, by the way. I just saw this and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy, dog. Like, public executions. Like, what?
Reject any accommodation with Israel. And then you've got some groups who are not allied with Hamas. And then you've got clans and families. In many cases, those people are against Hamas as well.
So what you got there is a power vacuum. We've seen this before. Joining us live on our Wednesday morning is our panel with 2 men with experience in intelligence communities in Canberra. Labor MP Julian Hill, Liberal MP Philip Thompson. Good morning to you both. So, Julian, I'll start with you here. How concerned are you about a war, if you like, within a war?
A war within a war, Pete?
A war within a war. You've got a war within a war. If you want me to spell it out, you've got a small kind of civil war between these rival groups in Gaza now. That small picture, while you've got the bigger war, which Donald Trump now has conceded is over.
Happy to comment on that. I thought you were talking about the coalition and the Liberal Party and their civil war. Look, that video is disgusting and it reinforces the position the government's taken. To list Hamas as a terrorist group and make clear that they can have no role in the future governance of a Palestinian state.
Philip, as someone who knows a bit about warfare, what do you make of this power vacuum?
Well, it's quite concerning, and hearing from President Trump earlier saying that if Hamas doesn't disarm, he'll disarm them. It is very concerning to see that there is conflict that is bubbled over again and executions happening. We should be keeping a close eye on it, because if it isn't controlled, it will explode into militia-style conflict throughout the region. It's something that we don't want to see, especially in times of peace talking.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we'd be facing if we went in with peacekeeping troops. John O'Duniam supported that yesterday if we were asked. Big caveat there. Would you support that, Philip, peacekeeping troops to Gaza?
I think it's a bit early right now to be talking about setting Australians as peacekeepers, especially since we're only now seeing the release of hostages. Not all of the bodies of the hostages have been released. It's still in turmoil and conflict and things like that. It will put people in danger. And if you're going over to be a peacekeeper, it's not supposed to be in a kinetic role. You're not supposed to be gunfighting. You're supposed to be there to make sure that the peace is stable and happening with linking backs to the nation, the UN, the US. I don't think we're there yet because of these public executions. If Australians were there now, it would be a kinetic fight and it would draw in every other nation. So I think we've got to watch this from a distance, but also make sure that we're standing closely with our allies in the US and the UK and offer support where they think it's needed. But right now, you'd be in a gunfight.
How would you feel about peacekeepers, Julian?
I mean, the government would consider any requests for contributions to international efforts in the normal way. I'll make one point. I've said for years, I think on your show, Pete, in forums and elsewhere, that my view about this decades-old conflict is that
Peacekeepers, nigga, let them niggas deal with their problems, dog. They don't need you.
it will only end when the world sets limits to the conflict and intervenes collectively to guarantee the security of the State of Israel and the Palestinian state.
Let's get now to that topic that Julian just referred to. So I'll go back to you, Phil, because James Patterson, he's joining us in the show in about 15 minutes, but he wants to stop the election post-mortem. He wants to move on, to get back to fighting the government. But is your infighting over with?
Are we talking?
I hope so. What I want to see for the Liberal parties to be a good opposition that can hold the government to account, that can have its own policies that we can take to an election. The difference is, though, from the coalition to the Labor Party is we can have discord, we can disagree, and as you've seen, we have. We don't get kicked out of the party for doing that. The Labor Party, you disagree, you get kicked out. Senator Payment, for example. So I want us to get back to what we should be doing, and that's developing policies to be a great alternative to take to the Australian people at the next election.
What do you think of James Patterson's remarks overnight, Julian?
Well, I agree with the first point Phil made. I want the opposition to actually behave like a good opposition. It's important in the Westminster system. We've got a good government at the moment. We don't have a functioning opposition. I mean, Senator Price described the opposition as a clown show. She'd been a member of the Liberal Party for about 5 minutes, then she quit and she described them as a clown show. Phil, I reckon your pronouns now are clown and circus. But I'd take issue with one thing.
I don't have pronouns, my friend.
He said...
That's a you thing.
He said the apology tour has to end. I don't think the apology tour has started. I haven't heard any serious remorse for the mess they made in government of robo-debt, of trashing Medicare GP bulk billing, of a deliberate policy for a decade to suppress wages and keep workers' wages low, of doubling the national debt before COVID, bequeathing us the worst productivity decade in 60 years, or 24 or 28 coal-fired powered stations announcing their closure, and they did literally nothing. I don't think their apology tour has yet started. They haven't confronted the actual reality of their dreadful record in government, that wasted decade of decay and division. And they've got a long way to go, but keep talking about themselves. That's all they seem to be good at.
Well, Julian, I mean, the Labor Party had a rough week, though, with your backflip over super. Did you know that you were selling a bad policy when I was asking you about it?
Oh, cute frame, Pete. I'll give you points for that. But remember, we've been talking about this for the last couple of years, about how to make the super system stronger, fairer and more sustainable. And we've been listening, we've been consulting. You know, we've listened to the discussion that we've had here on this show many times. And the proposition that we've put forward is good for low-income Australians, and it better targets the concessions for people with super balances of $3 million and $10 million indexed, which is a point I think
Okay, wait. What the fuck am I watching, dog? Like, are we done with the Hamas gunmen killing our public executions? Like, what the fuck am I watching?